Hey everybody, welcome back to this week's episode of Creative Compass. It's my little weekly vlog to keep me accountable for the goals I set last week and the goals I'm going to try to accomplish this week. So I'm really happy you're here. If it's your first time, I'm Kym Balthazar. I'm an oil and cold wax abstract artist in Northeastern Pennsylvania. And I start these weekly sessions by pulling an affirmation and setting that as my intention for the week ahead. So this week's affirmation is imagine how good it'll feel when you're done. So just keep going. And as I'm working on these two 36 by 36 paintings, that is a good affirmation because that is goal number one, to finish at least one of these. But before we get to the goals, I just want to talk a little bit about why that affirmation can be so powerful, because pushing through the hard part is what it takes to separate finished works from forgotten ideas. So you just have to push through all those middle stages and, the parts where you really get stuck. As a creative, I know you know what I'm talking about. This happens all the time to us, unfortunately. And it's the hardest thing to go from that inspiration point to the finish line. And I say this because I feel these paintings have been a challenge. I don't know why. I've done some little paintings in the meantime, piece of cake. They're like, I go through them, I'm happy with them, I'm completely satisfied. I don't know what it is, but I'm almost done. I feel it. I feel like I'm super close. I'm headed in the right direction. And I know I've been saying this for weeks now, but for real, it's going to happen. For real, it's feeling good. It's feeling like the right fit. And yes, I think we are going to get there this week. But why does the middle feel like the hardest part? Always. The beginning, you have all that excitement. And when you're reaching the end, it feels like, yes, I've done it. I'm accomplished. I was productive. I love what I did. I keep looking over here because the painting is staring at me saying, why do you keep talking about me? Because this will be the last week I will talk about this painting. I promise. But yeah, the excitement is gone. That initial, this is going to be the best painting I've ever done. I feel it. It's going to happen. I love these colors, even though I painted over them 5 times. This is a palette that's going to really push it through. But yeah, sometimes the finish line just feels so far. Even though you think you're going to get there, that session, then you get to the end of that session, you're like, oh, and it's even further. It's like someone keeps pushing that finish line back, and you're you feel so close, and then you don't get there. So that's when the doubt creeps in. That's where you're questioning every decision you're making. Why is it feeling like this? Why can't I just finish this? Why can't I just push through? You just need to keep pushing forward. Really, that's all you can do, because progress is still progress. Even if it's a little bit, even if you've spent 3 painting sessions and you just want to paint over it and start over. That's okay. We have that prerogative as artists. We can do whatever the heck we want. So this painting I have painted over 3 times, where I'm yes, I love this. This looks beautiful. This is the best piece. And then I just paint over. And you know what? It's okay. It just becomes part of the history of the piece. Some layers I'll be scratching back in. And you know what? Those little pops of color from those initial layers, those might be the best parts of the painting when it's finished. So progress still equals progress. So, and you have to just take small steps. Don't wait for that inspiration to happen. I could be over there sitting on the sofa, and it would be so easy to watch the finale of Love is Blind. But no, I'm going to do a little bit of work in the studio and, just add a few more of those small steps so this painting can get out the door. That is the goal this week. That is a goal. I'm not going to plop my lazy butt. No, I don't have a lazy butt. I have an exhausted butt by the end of the day. You know, I work the day job, as I'm sure all of you guys, well, not all of you guys, but most of you guys probably do. And when you get home, it's sometimes a challenge to get into that studio. So you just got to take little steps. You can tell yourself, this isn't going to be a 4-hour session. This isn't even going to be an hour session. It could just be as simple as taping up a piece of oil paper, making a couple marks, putting down like a transparent layer and calling it a night. That's okay. That's fantastic. Let's do that. You still accomplished something today. And remember what I said, progress is still progress. Focusing on the finish line will keep you motivated. So let's do that. Let's just focus. Let's visualize this beautiful painting hanging on the wall. Everybody's admiring it. Manifest this beautiful finished painting. Picture how satisfied you're going to feel when you see this finished piece. And remind yourself why you started. Why did you want to paint this painting in the first place? Why go through all of the steps, all of the emotions, all of the intuitive creativity? Why do that? If you're like me, it's because you love it. It's because it doesn't feel right until you get it out. Like you feel so unsettled. I don't know what your reasoning is. Please let me know, because I feel like it's probably similar to mine and a lot of other creatives out there. So that is our inspirational talk for this week. And now I'm going to reference my journal, see what I did last week, see what I'm going to do this week. Okay. All right. So last week, my goals were to get the Creative Compass episode out. Check. I did that. It was a day late, but I still did it. I wanted to shoot a process video. Did that. So check. So stay tuned. That is on my goals for this week, to edit and get that up and out. What else? Oh, I started my 2-part workshop last Wednesday. Second session is coming up this Wednesday. It's a great group. I am enjoying every minute of spending my Wednesday evening with them. They seem to be enjoying it. That's what I'm hearing. I'm getting good feedback. So session 2 is happening this week. And then I also said that I was going to make a... Rue, shush. My guard dog. Yes. All right. So I also said that I was going to make a decision on that June show. Decision is made. I'll tell you guys about it next week. And then sadly, I have some sad news to share. I entered a regional jury show and I didn't get in. It stung a little bit, I will be honest and admit that, but you know what? Art is subjective. You guys all know this. My pieces weren't for this judge, so we'll enter some more and go from there. Pick myself up, brush myself off, I'll be fine. It's all good. I'll just keep making good art. All right, so that said, my goals for this week are to edit and release a process video, which I've already mentioned. The second workshop class, which I also already mentioned. I'm going to speak with the gallery about the June show, and then I'm going to finish this beautiful, beautiful, well-behaved painting. She's getting done, and then I want to order some mats and frames, because I have a lot of work that's just sitting finished and I need to make it look pretty so I can get it up on the website and get it out of here. So that is my list of all the things I would like to do this week. It's going to be another busy week. I'm excited for what is ahead and I'm looking forward to this week. So that being said, thank you for spending a little bit of your time with me. It always means so much. And I hope to see you next week. All right, stay creative, everyone. Bye.